Last episode, we built an iron and stone brick farm using only andesite blocks from the Create mod. But today I want to try something different. We currently live in a house, which is growing too small for me to be able to live in. So in today's video, we're going to be building a house, but I can only use Pinterest ideas. Now credit will be given when I mention an idea or show it on screen. And I'm allowed to tweak an idea, of course, otherwise this video would just be me following a tutorial, which wouldn't be as entertaining. But yeah, with that all out of the way, let's get started. So I flattened out this entire area up here. It's got a nice view of the runway. It's next to the windmill, a bit closer, and it's right next to where the mine is going to be eventually. So I'm going to use a layout design from the Minecraft Bureau of Builders, which is an absolutely fantastic name. And I feel like that'll give us enough space to work with, because honestly, we're already really cramped in my little first build starter house. So I'm going to need something that I can grow into more so. As you can see, I've completed the first floor layout. I've decided to go with a more open layout. Living room, kitchen, they're all very much like one unified thing, dining area. That's still surprisingly left enough space for a bedroom and the staircase, which is the main two things, but I still had this chunk over here, so I decided to divide that into a very small, very quaint bathroom, and then also a pantry where I'll put my actual food storage, which will be nice to not have to go and muddle through my other storage to find food. Frankly, my favorite part about building like this is just how many ideas flowed, because I wasn't worrying about the layout of the house and how things are gonna like fit. It was kind of just like I can plop it down and kind of carve out of it. I don't know if I'd recommend only carving out though. I think if you're going to build off of a template or a layout, you should definitely also add some bits in, because that would help a lot, I would think, even in a build like this. Honestly, layout is something I personally struggle a lot with. That's why I end up building a lot of towers. I guess that one's not very towerish. That one's pretty different, but that one's pretty minimal with only one room and then a storage for a hangar. But yeah, you'll notice I have a tendency to build very vertical buildings, but this one's going to be a lot more spread out, and I think it's going to look really good. But in regards to the house, I mostly brought it up this height just because the staircase. Honestly, I was really hoping I was able to fit it a bit differently, but oh well. Just gonna have to have kind of a weird, awkward jump up. But that's fine. Alright, now that the first floor is all ironed out, time for the much more time-consuming second floor. But you won't have to worry about that, because I can just spin. Ooh! Oh, whoa! Whoa, 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 oh, whoa! Whew. Okay, it's all done. That took me a lot longer than expected, but I even got most of the major framing done. Decided to go with the lighter birch, mostly because I don't have any other options. All I got is the birch, which I made a giant forest of, and the oak, which wouldn't really work well, I think. But yeah, so that's gonna have to lead us to change up the roof. I was originally gonna go with a dark slate, but now I'm gonna have to go with a much lighter color, I feel. Which is, it's alright, I guess. Honestly, the roof I'm kind of dreading, because it's gonna be a lot of manual block gathering, as opposed to these where I just, like, turn on my farms, which is simple enough. But even after the roof, we still have plenty of work to do on the interior. I can explain the second floor plan, but it might be a bit hard to understand. Alright, so just imagine there's like a flooring going all around, and ignore this. This was misplacement. But basically we're gonna have a library kind of wrapping around over here. Enchanting room in that corner. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this one yet, honestly. Just kind of sitting there for now at least. And then I want to do an attic. Just like kind of one of those drop-down staircases or ladders that you'd see in an attic. Just coming down right there. I think that would look really cool and really like tucked away, so it'd be nice and not like too intrusive. Yeah, pretty much just do the attic however the roof turns out looking. Alright, now the roof is going to be a bit different from my guess there's not really any good examples, but for my normal style roofs, which are usually A-frame, instead I'm going to use a gable, which is kind of just slabs. So it'll give it more of a less gothic feel, gothic and grand feel, and it'll give it more of a flat look, which it kind of needs right now because it's looking pretty big. But I feel like having the gable will help it appear more wide as well. So yeah, let's start gathering the blocks for that, I guess. Yippee! Alright, so not only did I complete the roofing, but I also did the outside detailing. Ooh, look at all this. Or at least a rough first pass of it. I'd like to refine some spots, but oh well. The upper layer, I found this really cool mansion design from Cryptozoology on Instagram. It was on Pinterest, but it just linked to his Instagram, so I'll just credit him for there. I ended up not doing the framing properly because he has it there and then another framing block that juts out a block. So I didn't do that, so it kind of looks goofy on these flatter faces, the flatter, emptier ones. But it works pretty well on these smaller ones, I'd say. Gives it more of like a clock tower feel almost. I used a huge amount of copycat blocks. I mean, like, these are all copycats, these are copycats, this is copycats. It's pretty honestly amazing what you can do with copycat blocks. Just not even like having the slopes, but I mean, this is also copycat. It's so nice, honestly. Just adds a little bit of kick to the build, I'd say. Now all that's left to do is the interior. I did the flooring, and yeah, I figured out all the rooms. Upstairs is a bit more different. I really like this upstairs, honestly. I think what I'm gonna do here is enchanting room, and then a library sprawling about here. I still have honestly no clue what to do with this room. Maybe a light room for a camera, or a dark room. That's what they're called, a dark room. And the basement is, well, it's on the smaller side for now, but we can work on that later. So yeah, now it's time to do the interior, but guess what? You don't have to watch me do the interior. You just get to see the final result, which should be happening right about now. Right about now. Alright, and just like that, we are done. Woo! This was quite a doozy. This video's a bit late. That's also due to me trying out new editing styles and new ways of recording, so that was going to happen probably either way. But this is a pretty huge build. We only have half of it done. That's the rough part, but the attic's going to be super easy. The basement, however, is going to be a bit more of a challenge. I have a lot of good ideas for the basement, but it's going to be flipping huge. That's for sure. As you can see, I have an enchantment wall. I decided to go with the chiseled bookshelves just because, well, it also eliminates storage issues. And here we have my previous journals. I'm just going to put today's right there because we are completely done. So if you did enjoy today's episode, do all the generic YouTube stuff, like, subscribe, comment, ring the notification bell. And if you want to see more of this series, there's a playlist that should be linked on the left, and below that will be a video suggested by YouTube. And you can just easily subscribe on the right if you want. So yeah, thank you for watching, and have a good day. Goodbye.